What's up, y'all? It's your boy KevOnStage, and it's time for Dear KevOnStage. Today's question. Help! My boyfriend and I have been knowing each other for years, but we have been dating for 9 months. When we were friends, I knew that he was close to his mother, but I was unaware of just how close they really were. He goes to her first for everything. While that is understandable, I feel that at times it's inappropriate. He's even told her intimate things we discuss, including things about our sex life. Weird. I am no way saying he shouldn't be close to the woman that gave him life. However, I want to be the woman in his life that he goes to for advice. I get the feeling that I will always be second, even if we were to continue on the path and get married. Since we know each other for so long, it's obvious that this is where the relationship would go. I've spoken to him about it a few times, and he says he understands, but it's his mother, and I don't really feel that I have the right to complain. What do I have to do? Now, here's the thing. I like to give as much advice as I can, but some advice that applies to married people doesn't apply to dating people. If you were married, I would say, look, you can't, your boyfriend, you can't be going to your mom with that stuff because the Bible says, leave your mother and father and cleave unto your wife. But as a girlfriend, I can't, say with fervor that same thing applies because you're a girlfriend. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but the same thing that applies does, the same advice I would give you, I wouldn't, I won't necessarily say that, Now, do I think he should be doing that? Absolutely not. I'm a mama's boy too. I never talked to my mom about my sex life or anything like that. But there's been some mama's boys, my friends and all that, who are serious mama's boys, and they tell their mom everything, and often that causes trouble for their marriage. So I think what you're doing is right. A lot of times when people email me, Dear KevOnStage, they tell me stuff that they haven't said specifically to the person, and I would tell him very specifically, listen, babe, I love you. I know you love me. I know you love your mom. When you tell your mom intimate details about our life, when you tell her things that you haven't told me first, it makes me think that you place a value on her more than me. I know that we have a very serious and committed relationship. If we were to get married, I'm not so sure that I'd be the number one woman in your life. I need you to help reassure me through your actions that I'm number one in your life. Now, will he do it? I don't know. Every man's different. I'm a mama's boy, but as I got married, I was like, hey, mama, this is my business. Sometimes my mom wanted me to do something that didn't go with what me and Melissa had talked about, so I had to tell her, Mom, I can't do this. She wanted us to visit or something like that, and we didn't have the money at the time. We were only a year or two married, or what we said, it was a baby or something. Boys were babies. We didn't have the money. She was like, well, I'm your mom. I really need you to do this, and I'm like talking to Liz, and she was like, Kev, I want to go, but we don't have the money. And I told my mom, look, we can't go. I'm sorry. She tried to guilt trip me into the ground, but I had to stand my ground like, Mom, I'm sorry. Like, this is my marriage, And what I tell people is you got one person you're coming to lay in the bed with naked, hoping for sexual relations, and you have your mom. Who do you want to be happy? I'm always going to choose my wife because I'm the one, I have to live with her. My mom can be happy with me, but she lives 2,000 miles away. My wife, who I see every day, is upset at me, and I got to lay in the bed with her. I'm going to choose to make my wife happy, and that's what, your boyfriend has to decide if this is serious enough for him to make that decision. So hopefully he gets his act together, or you have to question whether you want to get married. Because if you get married and he's still doing it, you really can't be mad because he's showing you that this is him. This is what he's going to do. So if you marry him knowing it, then you can't be like, well, I thought you were going to change. He is who he is. If you don't change before you get married, it's going to be hard pressed for him to change after. It's your boy KevOnStage. It's been Dear KevOnStage. Send me your questions, KevOnStage@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer them. And I'll see you tomorrow. Another vid tomorrow. That's all I got today. Oh, it's so much easier to say, ooh, tomorrow.
What's up, everybody? It's KevOnStage. Go subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't you be bitter. Just follow me on Twitter. What's up, everybody? It's KevOnStage. Go subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't you be bitter.